Welcome back, friends, to a new Magic Arena video, and what we're going to be doing today is looking at this mostly red Boros aggro deck that I brewed up. The complete list will be in the description below, with a link to mtgarena.pro. Yes, I know the website has its bugs, but I think it's really worth a shot to, navigate through it. Anyways, let's move on with it, right? Obviously, there's going to be a typed up list as well, so that you can highlight it, copy it, and directly import it into Magic Arena. So where do we begin with this deck, right? So everybody's talking about mentor this, mentor that. This has got to have mentor theme. No. That's where everybody kind of gets it all wrong, right? So about the only really good mentors in the entire set are like Tajic, Legion Warboss, and Aurelia. But we'll get to that here in a bit, all right? At least that's my opinion, right? Everybody's free to have their own opinion. Let's move on, right? So let's start off with the land base. We've got 3 plains, 4 Clifftop Retreats, 13 mountains, 4 Sacred Foundries. So I put the 3 plains in there because I want at least 11 sources of white. Because if we're going against the mirror matchup, where we're going to be using the Aurelias and stuff and the responses, it'll be really valuable. And if I'm going against an undergrowth type of deck, I don't want to not have that white mana for a Remorseful Cleric, but that's besides the point, okay? Let's get into the creature base. So Ghitu Lavarunner is a human wizard, and so I do play the Wizard's Lightning, so that's a really good way to get some extra, pretty much shock you and then Wizard's Lightning you, blah, 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 right? It's a pretty good way to do that kind of stuff, right? It's really degenerate because you can go from I don't know, let's say 19 on turn 3 to 10 on turn 4 or whatever, or less. It's pretty bad. Goblin Banneret. This is a really good card. It just really is. 1 red. It has mentor and for 2. For 2, it gets +2. So this comes out on 1. And, let's say maybe this Adanto is the Vindicator, because I thought about putting the Vindicator in this spot, but you would absolutely need Vindicator on too. Adanto is just good any part of the game for the most part, at least my opinion. It's better that way. So I kind of did a risk versus reward type of thing. The Vindicator obviously is a really stupid good card. It's haste, first strike, double strike, trample, vigilant. It's got so many texts on it, right? Maybe not haste, but that's besides the point, right? 4 lightning strikes, a lot of reach in this deck. It's really nice. Viashino Pyromancer. This card has nothing but upside. 2 to do 2 damage to your opponent is not exactly super good, but the fact that you can probably mentor this is getting better. This might get replaced for a different card. I'm not really 100% sure, which, by the way, guys, if I haven't mentioned, I would appreciate any and all the help I can possibly get to build this deck. I think the Pyromancer is really good. I mean, if I take out the Pyromancers, I probably want to take out the Lava Runners, and then I'll probably take out the Wizard's Lightnings. I'll put in other cards, but that's besides the point, right? The Legion Warboss, I think that this card's going to go up in price a great deal. I know it's not a Goblin Rabblemaster, but, Rabblemaster gets bigger with the more goblins that attack with it, right? And it only goes up in power, not toughness. So this Legion Warboss, in my opinion, it's a little bit better than the Rabblemaster in a lot of different ways. So when you attack with it, it makes a token that sticks around, and if you don't want to attack with your Legion Warboss, you don't have to. Same thing with the Rabblemaster. But I get a mentor, that token, so I have, more power on the board more consistently. So, maybe the next time I attack, I can have 6 power on the board. And that's what? That's turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. Yeah, turn 5, you're swinging for 6 power with just 1 card. And if I was the Rabblemaster, it would be, what is it? Turn 3, make a goblin. Hits. If it gets blocked, whatever. So there's 1 power on turn 3. Turn 4 is what? Anyways, you kind of get what I'm saying here. It's this is just a more diverse way of getting power on the board. It just is. Wizard's Lightning, obviously, for the Pyromancers and things like that. Tajic, stupid good card. I think this is going to be way more valuable than a lot of people think it's going to be. There's almost no other 3-drop in the entire set that has this kind of power level. There's just not. You could argue the Knight of Autumn, the Selesnya one, right, has just as much power, but I don't think so, right? So on turn 3, it swings for 3. Mentor's really good. and then you prevent all non-combat damage. So if there is like a Chain Whirler type of deck still existing, this Tajic saves a lot of your creatures from getting just beaten up by a Chain Whirler. So like even if you're running like Selesnya, maybe splash a little red just to run Tajic, because if you're running token Selesnya, you don't just get like dumpstered by a Chain Whirler or something like that, right? Anyways, Heroic Reinforcement's the last card. It's a 4 of. Obviously, these numbers will all be adjusted, right? Like the Tajic and stuff like that. But I think I always want to be running a 4 of him. Like, if I look at a sample hand, I'm like, if this was Tajic, it'd be really good. But I could see myself going like, what, turn 1 right there, turn 2, draw a card. Maybe it's a land. I don't really know. But play like Sacred Foundry, turn 3, Legion Warboss. And I've been able to pump this Goblin Banneret on turn 2. So it's a 3-1 hitting. Like people think that this card is just really bad, or like it's, you know, whatever the case is, but this can be a turn 2 play if I don't get like a Lightning Strike, a Pyromancer, or a Vanguard or something like that. Anyways, so Heroic Reinforcement on 4, this can just win you the game. Like I said, you know, let's say Goblin Banneret 1, or, you know, the Lavarunner on turn 1, turn 2 Pyromancer, turn 3 Warboss, turn 4 Heroic, or like turn 3 Tajic. Super fast deck. I mean, I don't know, I like it, and I would really appreciate any amounts of like advice if you have any. I don't know, kind of do one of those like brainstorm things. So I'm not gonna like sit there and talk my ass off like a lot of other YouTubers are going to be doing. Oh, this deck's gonna be so good, and then go into all these things. No, I'm that humble guy, man. If you know any way, if you know a better way to do it, let me know, right? Why not? Anyways, sideboard, Remorseful Cleric. This is going to be an absolute blowout to Undergrowth, because it's a removal of a graveyard on a stick. It's really powerful, like it really is. So like if I happen to see I don't know, like Golgari or anything like that, right? I'll for sure put this in. I don't know what for, but I'll put it in, you know. Anyways, Lava Coil, super good. 3F. I'm doing the 3-3-3-3-3 sideboard because I want to make sure my matchups that I have are like. Anyways, Lava Coil, really good actually. Like, Abrade was almost always going to be a 3 damage remove a creature, right? It almost never gets the secret activation of kill an artifact, unless you're doing like the mirror matchup, then it kills Heart of Kirin. But Lava Coil kills like Phoenixes and keeps them down. It's so good, right? It's like really good. Conclave Tribunal. So I'm not running any amounts of whatchamacallit now, doggone it. Vigilance, right? But anything with Convoke on it, like at my LGS, I was talking with a guy and he's like, anything with Convoke on it's pretty good. And I was like, yeah, okay, I guess I agree with you, because this allows you to take down, like, let's say an Elvis Champion on turn 3, right? Or on turn 2, or whatever the case is. Well, no, I shouldn't say on turn 2, but on turn 3, you can take care of that that pesky, you know, Still Leaf Champion, or whatever the case is. I don't know, like, it's a good card. And you need some kind of exiling effect too, right? So you just don't lose to like a Teferi or something like that. Like, you could have some kind of game against it, and that's the reason why it's in there. I'm thinking maybe this will be something else. I really don't know. Aurelia, Exemplar of Justice. This is almost in the main board, but if I had to play Aurelia or Heroic Reinforcement. Heroic Reinforcement gives all the creatures you have on the board. So if you go 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, that's 3 creatures. That's 3 additional damage. And if those creatures can mentor, like Tajic or Goblin Warboss, you just get larger creatures really fast because they can mentor tokens or whatever the case is. Like, it's really good. And so, yeah, Aurelia is more of a sideboard card. This is like a mirror breaker. And Aurelia can just basically win you the game flat out against any of the mirror, because most players probably won't play Conclave Tribunal, and Lava Coil doesn't hit Aurelia, right? So you've got to almost 2-for-1 yourself every time you play against Aurelia. But the players who are playing Aurelia main board, if they go Aurelia on 4, then pass, and then I go Heroic Reinforcement with like a 1, 2, and a 3 drop on the board, I can't help but feel like I'm pretty much winning that game, like almost that turn, if not the next turn afterwards. Yes, Aurelia will swing for a lot of damage, right? She does 4 plus Mentor. I don't know. I like the other better, but I would put it in against the mirror. But anyways, that's pretty much all the time I'm gonna like do all this stuff with. I don't know. Anyways, look, sample hand, pretty good. You always want to be drawing Tajic. He's just really good. Mana base, I might go up to 25 lands. I don't really know. I like 24, but the algorithm, if any of you guys know anything about it, there's like a rumor going on. Either it's 26 lands, 22, or 19 or something like that. So I might move this to 22 lands and put in like 2 Flame of Kelds or something like that. I really don't know. Let me know in the comments section, right? But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about the deck, right? It's fairly budget, it really is. Like Tajic is just a rare. Legion Warboss is just a rare. And then you've got the lands for rares. Like, you should be building lands to start off with anyways with all of your wild rares. Pick the color you want to play, and then start building all the lands to that color, right? So if you like, well, I like red, well then build the red blues, the red whites, you know, all that kind of good stuff, the dual lands, because they're, when you need them the most and you don't have them, that your deck just doesn't work, right? So like, there's always a substitute for a card like Lightning Strike or something like that. Anyways, I'm not going to bore you with all that good stuff. I'll of course put a video out for all of that. And yeah, stay classy.